Wasabi guys, looks like we have, and this is for the new Saga Enchantment type. Now I was a little confused. At first I thought this was going to be a new type period, not just a subtype of an enchantment. So it's pretty much in the same category as like auras, curses, stuff like that. So it's pretty much just going to be here for Dominaria. I don't know if this is going to be a long-term thing, but this one is really cool. And the artwork alone, if it looks familiar, it's because I believe it's a nod to the Dark Ritual from Urza Saga, which as you can see, it's also another hand over what appears to be some sort of sacrificing table. I don't know, something really creepy, but you see the hands kind of dangling over and there's like blood dripping down. It's really creepy, but the cool thing about that, the flavor text also says Phyrexian scriptures. The card here is called Phyrexian scriptures, and I don't think that's a coincidence, but the styling I think is really cool. You see, it's almost like full art, but not really. The other half is going to give you the different lore counters. You have 1, 2, and 3. So basically, I'm just going to read it off for you. As this saga enters and after your draw step. By the way, if you don't already know, they're doing away with a lot of different phrasings. So instead of stuff like adding to your mana pool, entering the battlefield, I think they're just going with entering, just to save some more card space, I guess. So there's going to be a trigger when this enters the battlefield, and then after your draw step, which is very unique. We don't usually have anything that triggers after the draw step. It's usually either during the draw step or during your upkeep. So I think it's unique that we see that now. But you get to add a lore counter and then sacrifice it after it hits the third one. The first one is, pretty basic. Put a +1/+1 counter on up to one target creature. That creature becomes an artifact in addition to its other types. Nothing super special. If you have anything that synergizes with artifacts, then okay. However, the second one is destroy all non-artifact creatures, which, depending on whatever removal we need in standard, a black board wipe is actually pretty decent, especially considering all the negatives with Bantu's Last Reckoning, not untapping your lands versus having to wait a turn to get a board wipe with this card. Some people like getting it right when they need it. They don't want to wait a whole turn. So it really depends on what your deck is built around. And then the third lore counter is going to exile all cards from all opponents' graveyards. So all three of these, I think, it's not really enough for 4 mana and having to wait a couple turns. It's very much like Demonic Pact. However, with Demonic Pact, even if you lose the game, you still have the options of what modes you choose and in what order. This card, however, you have to go 1 to 2 to 3. So it's very specific, and you do have to sacrifice it after you're done the third one, and nothing happens. That's about it. You just get those 3 different abilities. So I think it's an interesting card type. I'm not completely sold on it yet. It doesn't look like anything that's going to see a ton of play in Commander, and especially in Standard, I think it's just a little bit too slow, and it doesn't really offer you much of the control or oppression that you're looking for. Like something with Demonic Pact, you could easily just give that to your opponents. But anyway, I think it's cool design. I like the artwork. And obviously you have the Phyrexian watermark on the left. So as far as the design goes, I say it's a win. But the card itself is rather underwhelming for a mythic. But anyway, let me know what you guys think about this card. Let me know what you think about the rest of the Dominaria spoilers, the leaks, everything. But anyway, you guys have a wonderful day. Void here signing off. See you all next video.